Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag. I thought this would be a little bit more interesting than just doing a 2016 reading update, and I really liked this tag, so I figured this might be a fun way to do that. I've only read 10 books this entire year, which is so sad, but I am hoping that in the coming months I can, push forth and read more books. I probably won't read or get to my 52 book goal, reading goal for the year, but I can try to get as close as possible. So I thought I would just do this tag and let's just jump right into it. So the first question of the tag is the best book you've read in 2016 so far, and that would have to be Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell or The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. I loved this book. I knew I probably was going to, but this was just so intense and so good, and so worth the hype. I don't even remember all of that much of it because I read it, I think, in a total of maybe 2 days and just all night. Like, I would literally stay up till maybe 3 in the morning just reading this book. I loved it so much. I gave it to my mom as soon as I finished it and she loved it too. So definitely my favorite book of the year. But I also really liked The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up because it just inspired me to really get rid of a lot of stuff. I still have a lot of things, but I have less than I did before, and I really like that, and the book really inspired me to do that. The next question is the best sequel you've read in 2016, and I will have to pick the only sequel that I've read, and that is Frostbite by Rochelle Mead. It is a part of the Vampire Academy series that I am rereading from middle school. I loved these books when I was in 7th and 8th grade, so I was wondering, if I still would, and I do. This, you read a book and then you don't pick it up until 7 years later, and I have forgotten so much. Like, I thought, I'd pretty much remembered everything, and I pretty much haven't remembered anything that's happened. I'm on the last book right now. I'm actually going to finish it up today, and honestly, just don't remember how it ends at all. Like, there are a couple things that will spark, oh, wait, I remember that, but, this shocked me. The ending to this was insane. I didn't think I liked this that much. I thought the first book was good, and then I started reading the second book and I just wasn't that into it, and then the ending. Oh my god. I love this book. I will admit, it was a great book. The third question of the tag is a new release that you haven't read yet, and honestly, there are so many, obviously, because I've only read 10 books this year, and I think they're pretty much all things that had been sitting in my TBR or things that I had to read for lit. So obviously you can put any of the books that have been released in 2016 in that category, but for me, I think I would definitely have to say The Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. It's the sequel to Red Queen, and I enjoyed Red Queen. I didn't really love it, but I did enjoy it. Whoa, that cloud. I'm sorry if the light just went crazy weird. And I've heard that the sequel is better, more exciting, kind of answer some more questions. So yeah, I think that's definitely one that I need to get around to reading. So the fourth question is your most anticipated book release of the second half of the year, and that is by far The Cursed Child for me. I cannot wait for this. It's basically an 8th Harry Potter book. That's exactly what it is, and I cannot wait. My friend pre-ordered it for me for my birthday, and I cannot wait for it to come in the mail. How many times can I say I cannot wait? Can you see I'm pretty excited? I'm pretty excited. The fifth question is your biggest disappointment, and that would have to go, I don't think I read that many disappointing books this year. Pretty much liked what I've read, but I think I'll have to give it to Ceremony by Leslie Marmon Silko. I read this for my American literature course, and the first book we read, which I'll get to in a second, I really liked. And I thought I was going to really like this one because my teacher, I thought we kind of got along and she really liked this, so I was like, oh, I'll probably like it too. For the life of me, I got about 100 pages through it, and I just could not get into it. I finished it. I know I did pretty well in the course, on the tests on this and stuff, but I just could not. I did not like this nearly as much as the other book we read, and I guess it was kind of disappointing because I figured, oh, I liked the first book we read, I would like the second book. Not the case. And that leads me into the next question, which is the biggest surprise of books you read, and that would easily be The Sound and the Fury by William Faulkner. Again, I read this for my American literature course, and I did not think I was gonna like it, and I loved it. Like, it's very different. It's 4 different perspectives of very different people from one family. You know, the first section is crazy talented writing on Faulkner's part. Like, it was just insane. He writes from Benji, the perspective of Benji, who is a special needs character, and he just, like, you know, it's like you get all your questions answered through Benji's point of view, but you don't actually know what he means by what he says, and it's just such a cool way to really get you into a story and get you into this family. And, you know, it's not an action-based plot by any means. It's a lot of just character build-up and just a lot of understanding the Compson family, and I just loved it so much. And just the next question is your new favorite author of 2016, and that would have to be Rainbow Rowell. I had not read anything by Rainbow Rowell before this, and I don't think I did. And now I'm absolutely obsessed with her. I actually bought a signed copy of Carry On just because I was so excited about her after finishing this, and I cannot wait I cannot wait to read more of her books. So this next question is a little tough for me, and it is your new crush, like character crush, fictional crush. And that would have to be, I think it's gonna have to go to Dimitri from Vampire Academy. He is just everything I want in a man and more, honestly. I mean, other than the fact that he's like half vampire, that's like a little much for me, but like other than that, he's literal perfection. Next question is your new favorite character. This again was a little bit tough. I didn't want to give it again to Eleanor Park or a Rainbow Rowell book just because I feel like I mentioned them a lot on this tag, so I gave it to Adrian from Vampire Academy. I think he's so sassy, and like he's just like this kind of like tortured rich boy, and like he's just, I don't know, like I could definitely see him being friends. Like I could be friends with him like really easily. I don't know, like there's so many really good characters in these books, and I do really enjoy them. I could have picked Lissa or Rose, but I was kind of more drawn to Adrian because, I don't know, I really like Adrian. The next question is a book that made you cry. Need I say more? A book that made you happy. That would have to be The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. I know what you're thinking, really? Wow. But I don't know, there's just something so inspiring in reading something like that and just making yourself feel, you know, kind of cleansed of all the junk in your life that you don't need. And I read it at the very beginning of 2016, so it was a lot of New Year resolution stuff. I don't have it with me in the physical form just because I borrowed it to my aunt, and I'm starting to regret that because I haven't seen it in a month, but fingers crossed it's coming back to me. I'm sure it's coming back to me. But yeah, so definitely that book. So the next question is the most beautiful book that you've bought this year, and for some reason when I read this question, the first thing that popped into my head was The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. I love the way this book looks. I don't even know why. I love the blue. I love the phases of the moon. I don't know, like, it's just so pretty. And it was just the first thing that popped in my head. I have no idea why. I've definitely bought a lot of pretty books this year, but this was the first book that I thought of when I read that question. The next question is a book or books that you need to read by the end of the year. I think I've picked a few. You can pretty much pick my entire shelf behind me. All of these are books that I have not read yet. You can't see above me, but there are more, and just below me and everywhere there are tons. But I think I'm going to have to give that to more Rainbow Rowell. This is my signed copy of Carry On, my little baby. More Holly Black, because I do really love Holly Black's writing, and I've wanted to get to The Coldest Girl in Cold Town for a very long time, and still haven't done it. And The Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy by Laini Taylor. I've heard nothing but great things about this, and I want to read this so bad. I also could tell you The Lunar Chronicles, because I haven't started that, or The Immortal Instruments. There's so many books that I need to get to. Comment down below, just like, your favorite book ever, and I want to see if I've read it, because I doubt I have, because I'm so behind in reading. And so the last question of this tag is your favorite booktuber so far this year. I really love the Peruse Project, and I really love Little Book Owl. You know, I love Poland Bananas Books and Catty-tastic and Jessie the Reader and all those very, you know, like the average ones. But I really love Peruse Project and Little Book Owl. I tend to really agree with their opinions and really agree with their reviews of books. So yeah. So those are all of the questions in the tag. Hopefully you will want to do this tag, and if you do, I tag you. I don't really have anybody else to tag, but yeah, if you want to do this tag, do it. Link it down below in the description. I will be sure to like it. So yeah, comment, like, subscribe, all the normal stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.